All right. Welcome to this episode of the Wise Builders Podcast, where I'm your host, Mark Casto, and I'm empowering artists, creators, and entrepreneurs on how to monetize their passion and their knowledge, leave your 9 to 5s behind, and start building generational wealth. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about it's time to make the leap. So let me start this episode actually with a quote. And I thought this was super powerful from Ambrose Redmoon. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Guys, that's powerful. And there is something more important than fear. It's the opportunity and the life that many of you desire that you're letting fear keep you from. So, the bottom line is anyone who thinks being an entrepreneur is a risk doesn't understand two things. Number one, the opportunity before us. And number two, they're taking an even greater risk in their 9 to 5 job that they already have. Okay. So let's first talk about the opportunity. Guys, we are living in what people are calling right now the creator economy, and it's booming. As of 2023, it's estimated to be worth over $104.2 billion. Yes, over $100 billion in the creator economy. That's unbelievable. That's people that are saying, I'm going to monetize my knowledge and my passion and bring it to you online. And there are more than 50 million creators worldwide, with about 2 million of them considering content creation a full-time job. By 2027, it's projected that over 50% of the US workforce will be freelancers. This shift towards independent work is substantial. In 2021 alone, the freelance workforce contributed a whopping 1.2 trillion to the US economy, marking a 22% increase from 2019. Guys, but what about the earnings potential? Okay, well, some of the top creators on platforms like YouTube can earn over $20 million per year. Yes, you heard that right. 20 million. On average, though, full-time YouTubers are earning around 55,000 per year, which is higher than the median household income in the United States. So, digital product sales are a lucrative avenue. The e-learning market, for instance, is projected to grow to 325 billion by 2025. And that's driven by the rising demand for online education and digital courses. Online courses and coaching are among the top revenue generating products for digital creators, with some earning 6 to 7 figures annually from these products alone. So let's put it all in perspective. In 2020, digital products like ebooks, online courses, memberships, they generated over 19 billion in revenue in the US alone. And on a global scale, the digital content creation market size was valued at $12.5 billion in 2021, with an expected growth rate of 12% annually from 2022 to 2030. Guys, these numbers are not just statistics. They represent the vast potential and growing significance of this creator economy. Guys, if you're considering transitioning from a traditional 9 to 5 job to digital entrepreneurship, now's the time to do it. The opportunities to create and monetize digital products are unprecedented. So that's the opportunity that's before you. And so before that, let's talk about the risk many people are already taking working a 9 to 5 job. So I told you two things. Number one, you didn't know the opportunity that's before you. Number two, you don't recognize the risk that you're already taking working your 9 to 5 job. Now, let me first say this. I am not anti-jobs. I'm incredibly thankful for people who feel like they are called to perform a 9 to 5 job, whether it's working at the bank, working for a utility company. Guys, I'm extremely grateful for your service and your dedication, and we definitely have to have people doing that. The people I want to talk to are the people who are working a job you hate, making money for someone else while you're still living paycheck to paycheck, waiting on someone to notice your greatness, notice the greatness in you, and offer you a 50% 50-cent raise per year, okay? Which amounts to nothing because inflation already ate up the last 4 raises you got from the company. That's just honest talk there. So, um, but guys, not only are you living paycheck to paycheck, but you're still trading hours for dollars and you're missing precious time with your spouse, with your kids, with no money left over after bills and needs to make any type of memories as a family. Guys, do you still feel like being an entrepreneur is an actual risk? Let's talk about an even bigger risk. You believe that you can continue to live under the stress of working a job you hate for 40 plus hours a week for the next 20 to 30 years and actually have enough money to retire to make memories with your spouse and your kids. And here's an even greater risk, and believe you'll be healthy enough to actually enjoy it the last 10 to 15 years of your life. Friend, the greatest risk is depending upon another person to sign your paycheck to be enough. The greatest risk is waiting on retirement to enjoy your life when you have the opportunity to do it now. Guys, this is why I started the Wise Builders podcast. This is why I started Wise Builders Business Community, was to show you that we are living in a time of great opportunity to build wealth, to take back your time, and to make memories with the people you love now instead of risking that for the last few years of your life. Guys, we are showing people right now how to leave that lifestyle of living paycheck to paycheck every day through the power of becoming a digital content creator who monetizes their knowledge and their passion through creating digital products. Whether you don't have a clue where to begin or even what to do, we can show you each step of the journey so that you can have confidence in building out your online business. Guys, you have far too much life experience, lessons learned, failures in life. And because of those failures, now you have wisdom to share with others that can absolutely change other people's lives. And all you need is a desire to put in the work to serve people with your passion and your knowledge. And guys, we come along in Wise Builders Business Community to show you how to do it, from the content to even the sales and the marketing. So take this time, go down into the description in the links below, or the links in the description below. And for a small monthly fee, you can learn how to generate an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month and escape the greatest risk of putting off your financial success to the future. Now, having said all of that, I want to jump in now and talk about the mindsets that many people are dealing with in order for you to make the leap. Starting with number one, let's start with your why. Why in the world would you want to take this leap out of a 9 to 5 and recover your time, take control of your financial success, and start making memories with your family now? What's your why? For me, I didn't want to spend another day depending on the generosity of other people when God has actually given us the power to create wealth. I don't want my needs met. I want to build generational wealth. I want my children's children to not worry about how they're going to get their needs met because grandpa made decisions in his life now that made sure that their needs were met in my lifetime. Guys, I want more than my needs met. I want generational wealth. I want to make memories with my family, and I want to be extravagant in my generosity. Guys, when you're asking yourself about your why, this should be deeply personal and brutally honest. When you are talking about your why would I make such a radical transition? It's got to be deeply personal. It's got to be brutally honest. What do you really want for you? What do you really want for your family? What do you really want for your business? My why is I never again want to have to live at the mercy of other people's benevolence. When God has given me wisdom, He's given me skills and knowledge to create a business that can support my family and ensure that our children's children have a bright future. Guys, everybody has a why. Take the time right now to get brutally honest about what you actually want to see happen in your life, rather than you just stuffing all these emotions down, letting your dreams die on the altar of productivity for someone else's business, working a job that you hate. Guys, let your why push you to go beyond the security of a paycheck. Guys, you are settling for a paycheck when you could be making generational wealth. Okay. So now's the time to get brutally honest about your why, because many of you should recognize by now, some of you have been working the same job for 10, 15 plus years. And guess what, guys? You're still living paycheck to paycheck. What is the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Guys, your 25-cent an hour raise is going to get ate up by inflation. Your 50-cent raise every year, it's getting ate up by inflation. You need to make a shift and start working yourself out of a job. It's time to take that leap. It's time to step into the opportunity that is present before us on the digital frontier. It's time. It's time for you to make that leap. And so that's why I'm saying it's time for you to get brutally honest about what you want for your life, what you want for your family, what you want for your future. Now, granted, again, we're dealing with mindsets. There are so many of us have been trained to think the way that we think. And now somebody like myself is on YouTube right now, or you're listening to this on a podcast, and I'm challenging some of the limiting beliefs that you have about yourself and things that culture has told you this is just the way it is. So when I start challenging you to take this leap, try something new, try something different, it's just natural, guys, that you're going to have concerns that pop up. So dealing with natural concerns is just a part of it. So first, it's finding out your why. And now from that why, let's start dealing with those natural concerns. Okay. Questions are going to come up like, how will my bills get paid? Okay. Guys, well, the reality is you don't have to quit your job today to make this leap, because you're going to need a financial runway. Like, you're going to have to give yourself some space and some time. However, you can start building your plan right now. And so one of the greatest things that you could do after discovering your why is that you need to find out what is like your number that you need monthly that could give you financial freedom from your job. Okay. So think about, I heard one author, and I can't think of the author's name right off the top of my head, but he called this your freedom number. Like, you need to find out what your freedom number is. Maybe that's $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month. Maybe for some of you, it's just $6,000 or $7,000 a month, or $5,000 a month. Like, what is your freedom number? So finding out your why and finding your freedom number is a big, big start. Okay. Now, once you've decided, okay, this is how much money I need to replace my salary at my job, now it's time to start thinking about how you can actually do that. Now, let me give you a simple plan that can get you started thinking right now. Number one, start thinking about problems that people have that you can solve. Like, there's 7.7 billion people on the planet. They've all got issues. They've all got problems. Can you start thinking about problems that you actually have the ability to solve? Okay. That's number one. Number two, based upon that problem that you can solve, now it's time to craft an irresistible offer, an irresistible solution. And guys, you can back your ideas just doing some simple market research. Find out, hey, is this a problem that I could solve that could actually make me money? And then thirdly, pre-sell it before you've even designed it, before you've created the course, before you've created the teaching, before you've done anything. Pre-sell it to family, friends, people that follow you on social media right now. Guys, I'm telling you, if you can craft an irresistible solution to people's problems, people will pay you for it. So take action on that plan right now. Guys, you may be shocked at how fast you can work your way out of a job. So don't freak out, because I know you're asking, how's the bills going to get paid? Well, you don't have to quit your job today. That's good news, right? But you can start taking action, making plans right now to work yourself out of a job. Okay. So ask yourself, what's your why? Find out what is your freedom number. Like, what will it take for you to make each month to get rid of your job? And then what problem can you solve to make money to replace that income? Okay. Let's start there. Get a piece of paper out. Do it right now. Like, the biggest thing I've learned on this entrepreneurial journey is that people that actually take action are the ones that actually make money. Okay. All right. So now another natural concern. I don't know what business to even start. Okay. Well, let's just start with passion and knowledge. What are you passionate about? What are you knowledgeable about? And how can you take that passion and knowledge that you have and meet a problem? Okay. Solve a problem. Like, guys, with the tools that are available to us on the internet, it's easy to take your passion and knowledge and be able to start solving other people's problems. Now, let me say this, starter ideas for problems you're trying to solve, that's perfect. You don't have to have a detailed business plan right now. You just need a starter idea, okay? For instance, if you're looking at companies now that are multi-million dollar companies, first of all, Apple was started with two guys who tried to build a computer kit that you could carry. Okay. Tesla was started as a prototype of an electric car to convince car companies that we need to go electric. Okay. Airbnb was started off in a weekend as a place to crash in someone's living room during conferences. Like, guys, you don't need a detailed business plan. You just need a starter idea that you can actually take action on. Okay. So, you're running out of excuses here. So, another natural concern, nobody wants to listen to me. What if they do? I mean, guys, these are limiting beliefs that are keeping us from the life that you could be leading. Guys, you have unique life experience. No one has the story that you can tell with the knowledge, the expertise, the experience, the wisdom that, like, you guys have that because of your unique story. And no one else has that story, which means no one else has your knowledge. No one else has your experience. No one else has the wisdom the way that you have it and the way that you can deliver it. You are unique. Your voice needs to be heard. And guys, let me just give you the reality of this. Everyone has a tribe. You just haven't found yours yet. But you will never find out who they are until you are willing to launch into the unknown, start sharing your story, start serving other people with your passion and your knowledge. Guys, when you take the leap to start sharing value, sharing your passion, your knowledge, and helping people solve problems on the internet, people are going to start listening. I promise you. Okay. Another objective people have, another obstacle that people have. Well, I just don't have that much money to get started. Guys, you would be absolutely surprised how low the overhead costs can be if you're just working from home and doing an online business. Guys, within Wise Builders business community, I share tools and software and technology all the time where you could launch a full scale business for 150 to no more than $350 a month. Guys, like, listen, if you would just take a look at your budget, you could get rid of some things right now that are costing you money and invest it into some online software and some things that I can show you within Wise Builders business community that will actually make you $5 to $10,000 a month. All you need is a laptop or a phone. That's all you need to get started. And some of you think that that's a scam. It's only a scam because, guys, and I'm not selling like someone else's course. I'm not inviting you into Wise Builders business community for you to resell something or be a part of a pyramid scheme. I'm actually showing you how to take your passion, your knowledge, the things that fire you up, and showing you how to do a little bit of market research to connect that to a problem that other people are having, and then give you computer software and technology and access to these tools so that you can start meeting needs right there from the confines of your home. Guys, I'm telling you, the opportunity is amazing in the hour that we're living in. Okay. Let me go through another objection here. Other people, you may be saying to yourself, well, other people are already doing what I want and the market is oversaturated. Guys, I'm going to keep beating this dead horse here, but it needs to be said over and over again. You have a unique life experience. You have a unique story, and you are someone that has a voice that needs to be heard because you have wisdom to give that no one else can. You have knowledge and wisdom that no one else can give the way that you do. Guys, at the end of the day, these are just excuses. This is nothing more than the imposter syndrome. Guys, everybody puts pressure on themselves like they've got to have everything perfect before they can help other people. Well, that's impossible. And the people that have helped you along in the journey, they're not perfect people either. They're always growing, they're always learning. But the thing about leaders is they're willing to help other people while they're moving forward. And so, what people need is not really an expert. They just need somebody that's willing to step up, lead, and be a guide. So, quit letting these things be an excuse. There are 7.7 billion people on the planet right now, all dealing with issues and problems. And guys, you certainly have the ability to solve those problems. There is plenty of room in your niche and in your market for you to bring your unique solution into. The world needs you, friend. The world needs you. Okay. All right. Another concern. It's just not the right time for me, Mark. When is there ever a perfect time? Like, I've pastored people for years, which means I've done marriage counseling and I've walked people through relationships and all kinds of things. And it's like people are waiting for the perfect time to get married, the perfect time to have kids, the perfect time for this and that. It's like can I just go ahead and burst your bubble? There is no perfect time. There will never be a perfect time. So the perfect time to get married is now. The perfect time, like, now obviously, let's make sure there's no red flags there. So I want to stop say that. but but the reality of what I'm saying is there's never going to be a perfect time. So the perfect time is to start now. The perfect time to launch the business is now. The perfect time to start dreaming about a different future is right now. And guys, if you were to take just an hour each day to do focused, deep work on your entrepreneurial idea, in just a month, you would be shocked and surprised at what you could get done with just 1 hour of focused work. So let me ask you today, like, which risk are you willing to take? The risk of deep work and believing in yourself and believing that you have a solution for other people's problems, or the risk of working another 20 to 30 years at a job that you hate with minimal retirement funds, expecting to be healthy enough to enjoy this life for the last 10 years of your life? Come on, guys. It's a much greater risk to take the path of conventional wisdom. It's a much greater risk. It's time for you to make the leap right now. And guys, I've got an entire online community you can join called the Wise Builders Business Community. And not only will you have access to online training that'll teach you how to build an audience online, how to teach you how to create digital products, but you also have access to a live weekly call with myself and with my other friends and business mentors that have joined me in this. We do a weekly coaching call every week that I call Weekly Wisdom. Okay. And that's where I give actionable steps for your business to take. Listen, as well as doing questions and answers for you while you're in the journey. Guys, this is an opportunity for you to take the leap, but no one wants to take the leap by themselves. So we're all taking the leap together in Wise Builders Business Community. So that's just me sharing from my heart today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode from the Wise Builders Podcast. Do me a huge favor right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that bell and hit subscribe, because I'm going to be bringing videos to you like this all the time. Plus, every once in a while, I like to get personal and do vlogs and invite you into what's going on in the Casto household. If you're listening to this on podcast, make sure you click that 5 stars, give us a 5-star review. And if this podcast is helping you, leave us a review. Tell us how this podcast is changing your life. So until next time, my wish for you, all of you wise builders, is that you would prosper and be in health even as your soul prospers.